Hello everyone, I'm Leyst TV with Method, and today I'm running through the new mounts that has been announced so far in Shadowlands. And first up we have the Ardenweald Stag. This mount seems to be half horse, half talbook and entirely cool. Its chest, hooves and tail have what looks like leaves hanging from them, which really adds to the dreamscape nature of Ardenweald. So far we have 4 colors: blue, grey, white and green. Now there are no indications where these mounts will drop, but there are 4, so they could be linked to the Covenants. We think it may be similar to Battle of Azeroth, where one is from a reputation, one is from an achievement, one from a rare mob, and one from a dungeon. Now personally I like the white one the most. I think the contrast of the blue runic pattern on the white fur with the bronze leaves really makes it stand out. What do you guys think? Next we have another version of the Ardenweald Stag. This one looks to be fresh from the set of Pimp My Ride, with its tricked out antlers and the ornate saddle. It comes in the same 4 colors and looks to be the difference between a normal mount and an epic mount, just without the armor. There are reins on the mount, but with those handlebar antlers, we think you should ride this stag like a motorbike. This looks to be some kinda undead, golem, rat, bear, dog hybrid. It's almost like a dog version of our gargoyle. This one only comes in 3 colors, a slightly tinged green metal, a slightly blue metal and a lighter silver metal. With the name it has, we assume this mob is gonna be tied to the jailer somehow. Maybe taking down some of the jailer's lieutenants will reward us with this rather cool looking mount. Next up we have the Alliance's favorite, yet another horse with the Ardenweald Horse, listed currently as a horse. It does seem to be more like a unicorn, with a familiar model to those of you who've unlocked Legion's secret nightmare mount, but now it comes with a saddle and in 6 variants: white blue, dark purple, a hazelnut white, a white with blunt tints, a white with blue tints, and finally a stormy grey which fades into deep purple at the tail and the furs of the hooves. With 6 mounts to choose from, we are feeling a little spoiled for choice. The grey and purple mounts are perfect for a brooding mood when our loot doesn't drop, but if we are in a happier mood, we're thinking of the white that fades to the blunt to help us look regal in our new gear. Next up, presumably from Revendred, we have the giant vampire bat mount. With its huge fangs and armored helm, this is definitely a mount you wanna have for the intimidation factor. It comes in either purple, red, black and grey variants. And let's be honest guys, this might be one of the coolest bat mounts added to the game. No offense to the Frosty Island Expedition mount, but these models are even fit for Dracula himself. Next we have the Maldraxxus Flyer. This 2-headed model should be familiar to Darkshore mount hunters. This undead chimera comes in 4 dark colors: blue, green, red and black. It's a cool new reskinned model for the chimera, which has one of our favorite flying animations ever put in the game. We look forward to taking one or maybe even all 4 for a spin in Shadowlands. Up next we have possibly our favorite new mount, the Ardenweald Moth. This is an absolutely beautiful model and we're so happy it's becoming a mount. It comes in 3 different shades of blue and a shade of red as well. So all of you Moth lovers who love the color blue, you're definitely in luck. But anyways, let's check out all of the colors. Next up we have the Maldraxxus Rock mount. This is a solidarity mount. It seems to be some kinda undead raptor. We're not entirely sure what it is, but one thing's for sure, it looks really cool. This is a really unique looking mount and it's going to look killer with Death Knight and undead transmogs. Now with it not having any recolor variants right now, it will be really interesting to see how we unlock it and if Blizzard will add any new variants later on. Next we have the Vicious Alliance War Spider and the accompanying Vicious Horde War Spider. These mounts are gorgeous, utilizing the spider mount base from Legion. These armored variants take it to the next level, and we think even people who are scared of spiders will be using this model. Now, it's safe to assume from the name that these will be PvP rewards, and we will certainly be out in the arenas to net ourselves at least one of them. From one 8-legged mount to another, we have the Devourer Mite. Although these might just be a recolor of certain Nesmir Nasty, the bright colored reskins are actually really cool. Now this mount comes in dark blue, a pale green and a bluey purple. The bluey purple one I think would make a really cool looking pet, so hopefully there's a similar mob that's tameable. Regardless, these mounts are really cool and fits very well with the Ardenweald aesthetic. Next we have everyone on the alpha's default mount, the Winged Lion mount. Coming in an onyx purple, white blue and a gold white. It's a regal looking mount, and I mean come on, just look at the name, it's a winged lion, what's not to love about it? We think you're going to be seeing a lot of these when Shadowlands arrives, and personally I can't wait. Next we have the Automaton Lion, I believe it's called, don't quote me on it. The construct looking mount comes in silver, rust red, black and gold. Now these are the sleeker versions of the second Automaton Lion mount, which comes in the same color scheme, but they are a bit chunkier. Now these construct mounts are really unique additions to the game, and we're a big fan of the aesthetic. There are certainly a lot of variants with the Shadowlands mounts, and it's something we hope to see continue, especially with the constructs. We would love to hop onto one of those giant owls and let it fly us around. How about you guys? Next we have the Giant Beast mount, which appears to be some kinda undead ram. Now this model has 4 colors, grey, green, black and purple. It also has an epic variant where it's covered in spiked armor, which is going to make any mount crashes very painful. Now the model itself looks really cool though. It has huge horns and again it's a very unique looking mount. I'm kinda struggling to pick which one I want the most, the epic gold one or the epic blue armored variants, but I'm sure I'm gonna end up farming both. Next up we have the Maldraxxus Boar. This is a new model as well. This undead boar comes in 4 colors, black, white, green and purple. If you've ever wondered what happened to all of those boars that you killed while leveling up, well this seems to be your answer. Next we have the Dead Wrack mount, which to me looks like a cross between a badger and a bear. The saddle looks to be fit for a king, so if you look for comfort with your mounts, look no further. This model has a black variant, a white version with a regal red saddle, a deadly pale variant and finally a pale brown version. If you like the look of this mount but want to travel a bit more securely, they also have an armored variant where the saddle has its own mini throne. Now this model comes in white gold and red and black. To be honest, these walking fortresses really look cool. And personally I think the gold and the red one are my favorites so far. But we are really spoiled for choice with these, so hopefully you guys will like at least one of them. The Soul Eater definitely lives up to its name. Dredge from childhood nightmares, this mount's burning red eyes and rippling black aura are as striking as they are terrifying. This winged beast is all about spiked armor and piercing bones. This mount could only come from the land of the dead, and we are sure it will be a fan favorite in Shadowlands. The loyal Gorger mount looks like the mean old brother of an Azerite Earth Elemental. It's somehow regal and sleek yet intimidating. It's a unique looking mount with its gasping jaws hiding behind its face and billowing blue energy coming from the cracks in its head. This one we're definitely looking forward to. Our last mount is the Decomposer. It's up there with the Mood for the most unique mount shown so far. A sort of half beetle, half crab, part anglefish with scorpion pincers. Blizzard really used all their creativity with this creature, coming in with green, blue, purple and orange variants. This is one of the most interesting looking mounts Blizzard has ever produced. I think the blue one is my favorite, but it's a hard choice. Speaking of hard choices, what do you guys think you'll be picking up in Shadowlands? We're feeling spoiled for choice so far, and it seems Blizzard have put a lot of work into keeping mount collectors busy. So, are there any mounts that haven't been revealed yet that you are hoping for? We are personally crossing our fingers for a Ardenweald horse-drawn carriage mount, so hopefully it's something that they will add. So before we end the video, we got a last minute update as some mounts were just added, and we don't want you to miss out, so here they are. Very recently we've seen the Dead Elemental mounts added, and wow, just look at them. This is the Jaina mount going through a severe god phase, and we love it. It comes in a dark and foreboding midnight blue, a very necrotic green, and a pale blue of lich magic. What rests on top is closer to a throne than a saddle, and fittingly these mounts are fit for a king. We're sure these mounts will be a fan favorite in Shadowlands. I mean, I know I'm looking forward to getting my hands on them. But anyways, next up we have the Darkhound mount, currently a one-off, though we are sure there will be variants to come. No words yet where this mount's come from, but it's got Ardenweald written all over it. It is a mount on the smaller side, and we think the mount is best used by Vulpira, gnomes and goblins. There's just something less intimidating when the person's bigger than the mount. Also for those of you who love the Vulpine mount but the color wasn't for you, good news, the Vulpine mount is getting a recolor for Shadowlands. The new recolor is perfect for flying around Ardenweald, and it fits in with the stags and moods if you're trying to fit in with the Night Fae. And finally we have the Ardenweald Pod. This is the Ardenweald equivalent to the Hammerhawk and might be one of the most comfortable mounts ever put into the game. We don't think there's gonna be anything more relaxing to ride unless Blizzard releases a flying beanbag mount. If they do release one, we'll be the first one to tell you. But anyways, that's everything for today guys. If you liked it, please hit the like button, it really does help us out. And while you are at it, please subscribe to the channel as well so you don't miss out on any future content. I'm Leyst TV and I will see you guys next time. Take care.